Hi, beautiful souls. I know that there's so much that I repeat. I know that there's so many things that I say over and over, and yet it really is so vital for anyone that's on the Ascension journey, on the Ascension path, that's actively willing to expand for the greater good of all, in service to the collective, to Source, to God, Creator. You know, there are initiations to Ascension. You don't just ascend just because you have a good intention. Good intention is vitally important, of course, but you do have to go through the initiations. You have to be dedicated and devoted to making those changes, even if they don't seem easy. It's very easy to go, oh yes, I believe in love and light, and sit in front of the television and watch unconscious television programs that affect your consciousness, to stuff yourself with the news in the magazines and gossip columns and unconscious writings, even unconscious books, like books that have been written about serial killers and things like this. Why would anybody wish to glorify that sort of thing, and why would anybody want to read it? Now, you might feel that this is unfair and that there is pleasure to be had in these things. Well, you know, a lot of people are very addicted to their stress hormones, and they're very addicted to being in that place where they get aroused from things that create some difference within their energetic system. This doesn't mean that it's good for you, doesn't mean that it's helpful to you. Now, some people are always going to be drawn to that kind of thing, and while those people are not actively and devoted to the Ascension, not actively and devoted to the path, so those people aren't likely to watch this video anyway. But if you're actually really devoted and really willing to do whatever it takes for Creator, in your services, for Ascension, the divine and organic Ascension, and to create more harmony here on this earth plane, and for all, throughout all places of existence, then you do have initiations. And the initiations are actually easy, but for a lot of the humans that have been practicing limiting ways of being for long periods of time, it just takes practice to practice something a little bit different. If you've been always practicing smoking, drinking, taking lots of caffeine and stimulants, even overly stimulating foods, highly processed foods, foods that aren't actually sustaining and uplifting your physical vehicle, but are highly addictive, which creates desire within you, a desire to eat more of it. If you're imbalanced in the ways that you create, if you're using your sexual energy in ways that isn't assisting the higher purpose, if you're misusing your bodies in any way, if you're not exercising, if you're not eating a diet of fruits and vegetables, if you're not actually gentle and harmless and peaceful with yourself and with all others, then these are initiations you obviously still are working through or haven't seen to take. You get to choose how you get to live. Everyone does. But Ascension is something that does require initiations. And it's obviously common sense to most of us what those initiations might be. For those of us that go within and seek the wisdom from within, we discover what those initiations are. We get confirmation, we get guidance from our highest aspects throughout this journey as to what our next step is. But for those that are still quite awake and not receiving guidance because they're not going within and they're not meditating and they're not working on themselves, they just assume that they're they're doing all right, then, you know, I invite you to just open yourself up a little bit more. Meditate a little bit more. Keep asking the questions. Who am I? What might help in this now? What might I leave now that just allows me greater expansion in this now? Play with your questions. Keep calling out the name of Creator. Keep calling out the name of God, knowing that you are. Keep calling out blessings and mantras and decrees and affirmations, positive intent. Sitting in nature, touching a tree, speaking to wildlife, blessing things as you go. Expanding, being loving, expanding, being loving, expanding, being loving. But remember that there are initiations, and you must be perfectly balanced in your inner power, in your personal power, in your sovereignty, and actively working through those initiations to keep moving to the next highest trajectory and allowing more light quotient into your existence in this now, so that you can share more love and more light with all beings and all life here on this earth and through all places of existence, through all planetary systems. All is joy, all is good, all is life, all is wow. Wow, wow, wonderment, wow. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace and love. My name's ZsaZsa. Like this video if you feel called to do so, and share. Thank you.